Hey people, welcome to the stream. And let's wait for a couple of minutes. Let me check if I'm live or not, and then we can start. Okay, okay, I am live. So let's begin in a minute. Till then, just a minute. Okay, so for the people who are new to this video or who are watching this video, in the future, the plan is to solve this SQL top 50 problems both in SQL and in Pandas, and it is free of cost. Basically, you can just sign up and then log into your Leetcode account and have this plan. Okay, and then you can try to solve these questions on daily basis. Okay, so today's problem is monthly transactions. So yeah, let's begin the problem. Okay, so as you can see, we have transactions table. Okay, and the id is the primary key of this table, and the table has information about incoming transactions. So the state column is an enum or of type approved and declined. So whereas the state column, yeah, so this is enum basically, where there are two statuses, one is approved and one is declined. So what we need to do here, we need to write an SQL query to find for each month and country the number of transactions and the total amount. So we need to find the number of total approved transactions and the total amount, and we can return the result in any order. So here is the example. Let me expand this. So the input table, you can see id is 121, 22, 23, and 24. Country is also there, and state, as you can see, it is approved, declined, approved, and other things. And amount is 1000, 2000, etc., and they have given the transaction date. Okay, so they want output in this format. Okay, since the column name is too big, we cannot expand it furthermore. So here you can see the month. They have taken month and year basically. That is 12/28 from the date. Okay, 12/28 2018, and the country is US. So transaction count, so that we need to count, that is 2. So 12 18, so basically 12 2018. uh okay, id is okay, the total transactions is 2 basically. Okay, that is approved and declined, and approved count is 1. Okay, and total transaction count is 2000 plus 1000, that is 3000, and approved total amount is 1000 basically. So this is the approved amount. Okay, so in this format we need to fetch the details. Okay, so let's go to the SQL query. Okay, so first thing first, we need to bring the date format of transaction date into year and month. Okay, so this is what we want, the month column, so that is what we are selecting. So we can use date format syntax, and we will give transaction date in the column, and percentage y in the sense we are selecting year, and percentage m is the month. Okay, as month in the sense we are renaming the column, that is the month. Okay, so this month. Okay, and then country is anyway the normal, so directly country we are selecting. And then so transaction count is basically we are selecting the count of date format. Sorry. Okay, let's accept this. Count of date format, that is the transaction date, percentage y and m. Okay, as transaction count. So basically we are renaming it again. Okay, so this is straightforward, but we're selecting the transaction date basically. Okay, and sum of, so basically now comes the sum, and we have to write the case using the case statement. So sum of case, when the state is approved, okay, then state else 0. So the state in the sense it is 1 basically. Okay, So state L0 end, okay, as approved count. So this is the approved count, okay, and sum of amount as transaction total amount. So sum of the total amount, we are getting the sum of it and we are renaming it to trans total amount. And again we are writing sum of case when state is approved, then amount, else zero, okay. So basically what is happening here is whenever the state is approved, okay, then we are considering the amount now, okay, okay, and we are summing it up, else zero. That means wherever the amount is there it will sum up, wherever the state is there it will sum up, okay. So what is state? That is approved, okay, so it will sum up, okay. And then from transactions is the table name and group by country. So basically we are grouping it by country, and also the date format. So basically we are grouping it by date format also. So hope this is clear, right? So we can run this statement. Let me know if you guys get confused. I can also try to what you can say, make it much easier, okay. So let's see if it works if I give one here, okay. So I think it should work, but yeah, let's see. Yeah, so basically here it counts the approved state, right? So we have given the state here, but since the state is approved, then one, else zero. That means it also should work fine. But in case of amount, we cannot give that because okay, let's check, okay. So because amount is like 3,000 like that, but if I give one here, that means okay, whenever the state is approved, then we are considering the amount basically, okay. So if it is the amount column, then one in the sense it goes wrong. So basically, so we are considering the amount here and we are summing it up, okay. So hope this is clear, not much confusion here, and don't get confused also. So straightforward, we are considering the date column, basically year and month, and then count of transaction date as trans count, okay. And whenever the state is approved, we are considering the approved count, okay. And whenever the sum of amount, that is the total amount, it is also direct. And sum of case, when the state is approved, then the amount. So basically whenever the state is approved, then we are summing up the amount, okay. And from transactions, and when then we are grouping it by country and date format, okay. So that's all I think with respect to the SQL. So let's see here, I want to check one thing. Country, have they, yeah, they have grouped it by country and date. Oh yeah, so that is the reason we are grouping it by country and date, okay. So hope this helps guys. So let's switch to pandas, okay. So pandas is a bit tricky, but yeah. So first things first, what we're doing here, from transactions table we are creating a new column that is month, using the transaction date time, okay. And we're converting it to date format, that is the year and month, okay. Okay, and this is the new column. So that is the first thing. So we are creating another column, that is the month, which has year and month, okay. And then what we are doing, we are creating another column, transaction dot approved, okay, where then we are giving the condition np, where transaction of state is equal to approved, okay. And transactions amount is not equal to null, okay. Okay, let's check this. Okay, let me comment out this part. Okay, let's run this. Let's see what we will get the output, because state is approved and transactions amount. What is this nan? What happens if I give don't? Okay, let me take help of GPT. Let's check that. Okay, let it generate. Till then, let's see the next query. So Okay, shift and control tab. So next is we are grouping it by month and country. So basically the same thing like the SQL query month and country, and as index false and drop NA false and aggregate. So this is the entire query basically. So aggregation, how we are doing it. So we are creating a new column that is transaction count, where we are counting the amount, and that is the count. Okay. So basically the amount column we are counting it. Okay. And then approved count, wherever the state is approved we are counting it. Okay. And transaction total amount is amount, and we are summing it up. And approval total amount approved, and we are giving the sum. Okay. So this is how it is getting. So let's check the chat GPT. Okay, so it is breaking down the query. So wherever the state is approved, it checks if the value in the state column is equal to approved. And then if the condition is true, the state is approved, it takes the corresponding value from the amount column and assigns it to approved column. Okay, that is clear. If the condition is false, it assigns nan, not a number, to the assigned column. And is commonly used to represent missing or invalid data. Acha, acha. Okay, so what it is doing here is, since we are considering only the approved column, we will get the okay, what we are doing. Okay, this is like the second thing. Okay, so what it is doing, uh, so if it is approved, okay, it takes the corresponding value from amount and assigns it to approved column. Okay, so we have this column, right? New column we are creating. So wherever it is approved, what it is doing, uh, it column and assigns it to approved column. It takes corresponding value from the amount. So basically it is taking the amount in that column. Okay, so let's see, where is that transactions was approved. Okay, let me comment this part. Even now I'm getting confused. Just hold it. Okay, let's try to solve this. It is wrong answer. Okay, that okay. So here you can see the approved data is there, right? So let me expand this. Let's clear. Okay, so here you can see, now this is clear. So wherever the state is approved, it is taking the amount and it is putting it in the approved column. Okay, so this is what it is doing. It is putting in the approved column, and wherever it is declined, the state is not equal to the amount it is filling, nan. Okay, that is the null. Okay, so hope this is clear, right? So now we can go to the next part. Okay, so I want to clear one more doubt here. What is the use of this? Okay, explain just this line, because I want to understand why it is as index is false and nan. Okay, drop n is equal to false. Drop n is equal to false in the sense it doesn't drops. Okay, let's see. Okay, so other things are directly like we are calculating the transaction count based on the amount, approved count using the approved column, and summing up the amount using the amount column. Okay, and approved total count is again approved and then sum. Okay, so basically this is sum 1000, 2000, like that. Okay, else it is giving count. Okay, so let's go here. Where is our query? Okay, so as index false. Okay, I want this. Normally when you group one or more column, Pandas sets the group by columns as the new index in the resulting data frame. So by setting as index columns, the month and country columns will remain regular columns. Okay, so that is the clear. So these two columns will remain as regular columns. Okay, and what is drop any? These parameter controls how missing values in the group columns are treated. By default, group by ignores rows with non values in the columns used by group by. Okay, ensure that rows with month and column are nan are not dropped and are included in the grouping as well. Okay, so wherever there is nan, they are not dropped. Okay, basically that is what it means. And then we are aggregating it. Okay, so that is, hope it is clear, guys, right? So okay, I made a lot of mess in the query. Okay, so let's go once again, like let's brief it out. So first thing first, we are creating one column, two columns total we are creating. One is month and the second one is approved column. So from the month, we are just having year and month in that column from transaction date. Okay, and in case of approved column, we are having the state wherever it is approved. Okay, we are assigning the sum to it, sorry, amount to it, and wherever the state is not approved, we are assigning null to it. Okay, so that is the reason here we are as index is false, that means we are keeping the null values also, right? But since it is declined, it is not considered at all. But let's see. Yeah, so then what we're doing, we are grouping it by month and country, since like the SQL query, and as index false because we want these columns as regular columns. Okay, drop n is false, basically we are not dropping the null values. And finally, we are creating a new column or renaming the columns, that is the transaction count. We are getting the count of amount. Okay, basically this. So this is the transaction count. Okay, so let me expand this a bit. Okay, okay, this is the transaction count. Okay, 1000 is 1. Okay, like that. Okay, and approved count is wherever there is approved. So basically, this one approved 1. Okay, okay, so this is the count, basically approved 1, because we are considering the approved column. Okay, and then transaction total amount is amount. So this is the amount. Oh wait, amount, and we are summing it up. Okay, we are summing it up. Okay, and approved total amount is approved column again, and we are summing it up. So two columns we are considering, one is amount and approved, basically. Okay, so rest of the things you can ignore out. Okay, so hope this is clear, guys. Okay, so once I run this query, it will accept it. Okay, and we can also submit it. Okay, so hope this is clear, guys. A bit of confusions, but yeah, in the end everything goes well. So hope you understood this query. If you do hit the subscribe button, and do share, like do share it with your friends who are trying to upskill in the same domain. Okay, so yeah, if you are still in the doubt, or whichever part of the query, do comment it out. I will clear it in the next video. Okay, and or in the comment section itself. Hope you are good to go with this query, in both in terms of SQL and Pandas. Okay, so if you learned at least something from this video, do hit the subscribe button, and till then, take care. Bye.